Hello, my friends. Welcome back. Doc here, Average Gamer Guys, jumping into another Last Day on Earth video. So, we are at the tail end of this, and I didn't get a chance to record this video much sooner than this, only for the fact that what I'm going to share and I'm going to walk through and just have some fun with today, we just recently, very recently picked up. So, if you don't know where I'm at or what I'm talking about, we are jumping into Port Lab. Port Lab, this is a great time. As with any seasonal event, you should always try to take advantage of the bonuses. This one specifically has Equalizer, dealing out an extra 25% damage. This, in essence, is going to help not only make your Equalizers better, reduce essentially or allow them to kill more things with the current weapons that you have. It also certainly makes these zones a whole lot easier. In addition to that, if you play on regular mode, you have the opportunity to grab carbon composite and factory parts. We've actually done some of this, on our free-to-play series. We went through, we utilized this event to do that. We had some success there. Got a little trick maybe we'll show here in the near future about something that we can do to be a little bit more successful, at least with completing these tasks portion of it. But we're not focused on that here today. What we are focused on is utilizing the damage done from the Equalizer and getting some progress in hard mode. Now, I want to showcase here, this is something we grinded a lot because I really wanted to get to here, the medicine cabinet, which has been absolutely huge. Anything, I've always talked about this, any opportunities to grab things that expand storage at the base, especially if they have like a unique characteristic, it helps. Just, I personally think, with organization, it helps with just being able to grab things that you need quickly instead of having a whole bunch of boxes that look the same. Maybe you paint them some different colors. So we grinded for this. Now, recently, more so, I've been on the grind to level 50. I think it would be really fun to max this out and just obviously get the uniform is cool, but also just have some completion done. We've also been working. We've got delivery up to 45. Don't focus on that as much anymore, but we will pop in. We'll do sewer, certainly, from when the times become available. But if you're not too familiar with this, I'm going to dive into a deep dive on our Wasteland Survival Guide here in the near future on Port Lab, because I think there's some absolutely awesome stuff you can get in here. There's some really good tips and tricks and tactics, but me personally, I think a lot of the success for this comes down to what threat blockers you have and what boosts you have, or what skill additions that you have access to. And it is random which ones you pick up from this perspective. And I will tell you, Action Hero here, the newest one that we have finally been able to get, is an absolute game changer. So typically what I would normally run in this slot is Toxic Avenger. And again, I'm not going to go through all these. I'm going to do a deep dive here pretty soon. So stay tuned for that. But typically what I would run is Toxic Avenger, which zombie acids lose their properties. This essentially gets rid of the zombie, the spitters, the acid melters. It makes it so that you're not essentially burning through a whole bunch of armor. This is very good in my opinion. And then after that, I would run these two, Vitality and Leech. Vitality, it eliminates the red ones. If you're not familiar with this makes it so that these things cannot spawn as part of the zone, essentially enemy buffs. Is any that you put in here, it reduces them. So you could change this all the way you want. You could keep all, you could put all purples in here to make sure that you have a really perfect setup for yourself. Or again, I personally like to just reduce the things that can happen for the enemies. I do these two for some specific reasons. Vitality eliminates the ability for enemies to have more health. One, this is just a pain. Two, this impacts some of the other things that we're going to look to get later on in the sector, specifically new rules, which does the traps and it damages the enemies. What I have found is if you have that new rules on, but you hit a zone or any other zones that get impacted by increased health, they will actually heal through the damage that they would take from those traps. And the traps will actually clear out multiple rooms for you over the course of the entire Port Lab if you're running full on hard mode. So this is really important to me. The other one, I just personally don't like this, but enemies attacks restoring 10 to 25 of their health points. This one could probably be replaced in, if I'm being totally honest, we could swap this out. I actually think for Toxic Avenger, because one of the first things we're going to look for is agility. Agility is extremely valuable, probably the most important one in my opinion, because you basically don't get hit by melee attacks. So I actually am going to, I'm going to do this now. I am going to do this because I am okay with Leech happening. And we can look to pick up Toxic Avenger, I think, over the course of this instead. So really what we're going to try to get, agility, Toxic Avenger, action hero, and then either new rules. I really do like new rules. I think it saves us a ton. Or we might look for pass. One of those two, depending on how these things come up. See, this is interesting because now I'm sitting here thinking about this. I really don't need Toxic Avenger with Action Hero. Action Hero makes it so your weapon does not miss. I'm going to showcase this because I'm going to grab it right away. I'm going to showcase how incredibly fantastic this is. One of the other ones that gets talked about a lot is Giant Slayer. I do think this one is pretty interesting. However, on hard mode, less effective, right? There are still insta-kills from a lot of these bosses, and the rest of it you should be able to heal through. We're going to be dealing out so much damage that I don't think it's going to matter. So I think maybe... You know what we could do? We could do Tyranny, which is boss health. I'm going to do that one, actually. I don't really mind the leech effect. Again, you're going to see how quickly we kill these enemies. I'm not going to do... I went to the wrong level. I'm not going to do the entirety of Port Lab. We'll do one or two of these sectors really quick because, again, I want to jump in and I want to do a really nice deep dive as part of our Wasteland Survival Guide for this. If you're not familiar with what I'm talking about, we're doing essentially kind of like tips, tricks, just a survival guide from our experience in Last Day on Earth and sharing that with you. And we're deep diving into different topics, different mechanics of the game, all those things. So let's see what we have here. Okay, enemies can avoid fatal damage, restore 10% health, 50% less of melee damage. We don't care. Damage increase. This is all good. This is actually this is probably some of the best ones we would look for because I don't really care about melee damage. I don't really care if their damage increased by Sector B1 because they're not going to be hitting us most of the time anyways. And then their damage again increasing also doesn't matter because we're not going to be getting hit by these. The only one that I'm not a super fan of is A1 here because we're going to have to shoot the zombies just a little bit more, but this one can be avoided. So I am going to grab Action Hero. Now, pass is really good. I'm a big fan of that. The other thing I will say, agility would be the one that I would normally take here. Agility or Action Hero, in my opinion, you could interchange these for the first zone. They're both going to be super, super effective. This makes it so enemies' attacks can miss you. If you've seen me play this at all before, you see that you just do not get hit. And this is one, if you are just clearing this on your own, if you're clearing this on normal mode and just trying to work through it, you have to try to get agility. I'm telling you, it is an absolute... That is the other game changer, those two. But we're going to refresh by this because I really want to show this one for you. There's a couple other good ones in here, but Action Hero, new rules I really like. Okay, if you're not familiar, eliminates all the traps, which is just nice. Also, it deals damage, and we have it upgraded. That's why it's blue. But we are able to deal big damage to enemies. This kills a ton of enemies. It also deals a massive amount of damage to any enemies that are in this. And this, there's at least probably one, if not two rooms in each of the zones of this that this gets impacted by. But we're going to take Action Hero. We're going to select this. Our weapons will not miss. You're going to see how awesome this is. I will also tell you that I think Port Lab is probably not super free to play friendly. The reason being is because coins and the ability to skip through these skills really changes the game on this. I will say that clearly. You have to get really, really lucky on your reset to be able to get the first three skills to have something you want. These are very rare, so a lot of times you don't see them very quickly. You saw we We cycled, what, I don't know, 3 or 4. So I've got Resonator here just because I want to move through a couple of these weapons. And then we've got our equalizers. And we're just going to burn. And what happens here, because I don't really want to get hit, we just fire. We're just going to keep firing. We just don't stop shooting literally ever. And that's it. And I also just realized that I did this on regular mode. I did not queue hard mode. Oh no. Oh, I was so engaged with trying to do this. Let me open this. Let me just throw these in here. That was really silly of me. I was like, wait a minute, why aren't they? We did this for science. So I got to show it to you. If you want to skip away from the video, feel free. We're going to clear some zones now on hard mode because I want the hard mode items. This does also impact regular mode. So if you do have some weapons, this is going to make just everything so much better. Huge improvement in my opinion. But let me activate this. This will reset. That's why we grabbed those things. Kind of nice. We got a carbon composite out of that pretty quickly. Let's jump back in. Let's get back in there. Let's showcase the true power of this on hard mode. So I was really, again, you could tell I was, what, I think 46, level 45, 46 at this point. And yeah, it's taken us a while to get this, I will tell you. We're going to end up spending a lot of coins here, I just feel. Again, agility I would normally take since we saw it first. There it is, finally. Lots of coins down the drain. Trigger the acid melter. And then we just don't stop firing. Honestly, it just puts this on easy mode. It really does. The only thing you have to worry about, obviously you have to be smart about weapons and not getting hit and all that stuff, but like, oh, I didn't even see what my things are here. What are my perks here? Drops below, armor, that's fine. Damage, perfect, beautiful, beautiful. I don't even care. It's gonna have almost negative impact on this. Oh, I don't have any. You're seeing we're not getting any misses here. If you're paying, you know, close attention to this, this is the benefit of this, that we can just sit here and I can just... Now, I'm obviously dodging so I don't get hit, but other than that, I don't need to do anything else. I just hold the trigger down. And this is why I talk about stability being one of the most important. Ah, dodge it. Damn it, we got hit. We're gonna die here. Don't die. Ah! Run. I gotta kill the acid melter. Okay, you're dead. This is why I talk about stability on weapons being so important, because it impacts the statistic for you to essentially miss less, and how effective that is and how important it is to being able to just kill enemies. And I think, you know, I'm hopeful that in the future... Oh, I'm not hitting this guy. I'm hopeful in the future that we get some more weapon mods that allow us to really kind of tailor our weapons to best support that. Now, you can use this area right here as a little bit of a wall trick. We'll keep that in mind. If you want to do that, we're not going to worry too much. We also do have these. We'll charge this up. I do really like the resonator. Oh, shoot. I do not want to get hit by this slasher. I'd rather take this. Gosh, there's two of these. Want to ring around Rosie, you? Haha. And we don't even have to worry. It's so nice. It's so... This is such a game changer. I would have loved, if you are lucky enough to have gotten this specific perk earlier, you are just... I'm jealous. I'm legitimately jealous of you. We're avoiding the damage. We're doing good things. Again, I do just want to use these resonators up. Normally, I would save these, but I do have a few that I need to get rid of here. But what I was saying in terms of weapons and in terms of, you know, future mods, I'm hoping we get some more, and I'm hoping we get the opportunity to continue to build. I would much rather take the M16 or the Uzi, for instance. I would way rather get a damage debuff and be able to just full priority stabilization, where we could use weapons like this without having to have this special perk or whatever. It would be insane. It would absolutely be insane. Now, touch that. Good night. Good night. Again, we're just kind of doing keep away. Is essentially what we're doing. Playing to keep away. We got the doggo with us. He's not super helpful. I look forward to getting the opportunity to put some Genesis mods, potentially, on some regular weapons. That way we don't have to rely totally on Genesis. I feel like that would be a really big upgrade here. And you can see, well, that took a few minutes because we played it safe. Pretty easy. Because we didn't miss. Every bullet we fired hit an enemy, except for the times we were shooting at the walls. Don't flame me in the comments, too bad for that. So now what I'm going to look for here is... So we could take new rules here. I'm going to take new rules. I'm going to take new rules, and I'm going to show you that there's a good section of this that just... Enemies will be dead now. Which is pretty cool. Oh, slasher. Don't hit me. Don't touch me. Don't you touch me. Dang it. That's all right. Be able to heal through this. I'm going to hit a bandage. We're going to charge up. I'm going to use this down. And one thing we can do, I don't think I have one with me. No, I don't. One thing we can do, one of the most effective things I've seen, the ability to use the sniper rifle on. I don't remember what the Genesis sniper rifle is called, so please bear with me on that. Is for those exploders right there. When you get them down to about 60 health, you should be able to pop them with the big sniper rifle, and you should have some fun. And they should insta-die. Now we're going to stay out of the slime here. From this spewer. I think we took a little bit of damage there. And we just don't miss, dude. It's so good. It's so good. It makes clearing this so much easier, so much faster. If obviously this is contingent on having the weapons and supplies to be able to do this, you should certainly have some extra armor. You should come prepared. I'm gonna get hit by this guy. Shoot. Whoa, did you see that? I think I can dodge around this. Nice. Get away from me. Got him. Sorry. What I am trying to do is keep these also so that I can repair these at the VIP zone. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Easy, big guys. I am used to having agility here, where then I can just stand there and shoot these guys. Like, if I'm being honest. Let's charge this up. How am I getting hit by that? Come on. Unnecessary. Play Ring Around the Rosie. This is a great room to ring around the Rosie because in this data center here, you can shoot through these stacks, which is pretty cool. Little tips and tricks with Doc. I'm just like, I'm actually excited to fight this now. I'm gonna go in here. That's the best part about what has happened with this. Is I'm just excited. I'm excited to fight these guys. I'm excited to clear this zone. I'm excited to try to get the last 4 levels or so. Otherwise, it's you know, with what level we're at, what gear we have, you know, it wasn't the worst thing to try to do, but it was still a grind. We still had to put some time in. We still had to be careful. We still would die pretty regularly. And that's never fun. Nobody likes to do that. All right, so here's where new rules is going to come into play. Slasher, more than half of his health gone. The other zombie he was with just doesn't exist. These, turned off. These guys, half health. Basically dead. New rules is awesome. Now, if you do new rules as the first thing, the traps at the front will, the little spray traps, those will be disabled. Very, very helpful as well. Unfortunately, it doesn't work on bosses. That would have been the only other thing that would have been just amazing. These guys are fast. Stay away from me, please. The other thing that's really nice about this is the fact that we're just wasting literally 0 durability on our weapons with misses. So if you did not know, your weapons obviously have durability, and when you fire them and miss, it still does count. Now, if you're not getting any damage indicators or any miss indicators, then it's not impacting your durability on your weapons. However, when you do, and you do miss, it does. So this is really nice because this essentially allows us to avoid that. I'm going to try and kill this boss here without dying, due to their insta-kill effect. We'll clear the rest of this. Dude, it's so good. It's so good. So good. Normally what I would bring for this next boss is 2 pistols. 2 pistols is actually usually enough to be able to kill him, which is kind of nice. This resonator does not have very good range. I'd actually really like to be able to upgrade these too. I think that'd be kind of cool. Extra stability, extra range, extra damage. Resonator, get like extra battery life or whatever. Be kind of neat. Good night. Okay. I am going to... I think Resonator and this should be fine. We got tack armor here, so we're not even goosed up with good armor. You might be asking, Doc, why are you leaving all the things on the ground? I grab pass typically. That's usually the last thing I'll grab. We'll see if we end up doing it. We probably will do it for this one as well. And then I just run back through and grab all the things anyways. Just makes it a little bit easier. None of it will despawn. All right, let's see if we can be smart and do this well. punch us. Okay. Dude, stop. Woo! Oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. Okay. I'm actually okay that he healed there. We died. We didn't die from the things. We died because I didn't see the little electric part. Gosh, I hate this boss. I really hate him. I hate him so much. That's all good. All right, second time's the charm. Maybe. There we go. Okay, easy dodge. We want to just be able to force his insta-kill attacks. Take a hit here. Gonna take a stun here. There we go. All right, we're good. Should be good. Now we just burn him. We made a mistake in the first one. It is ridiculously easy here, especially when we know the time. This boss is all about timing with its insta-kill attacks. I still personally don't like it because I think the zone is a little too big still, in my opinion. But it's people we got. Nice. We got a hard drive and a data disk. Very, very good. But it's a game changer running this, and we didn't even swap into the second one. We used, I don't know what, maybe a little, just a shade over half, maybe 2/3 of this when we go to look at it, but I don't even think so. Like, it's insane. It's insane how much of a game changer this is. So if you are working towards Port Lab and you are finding yourself able to take down hard mode, Action Hero, if you are able to get it, hopefully you can be lucky and get it early with one of your random perk pickups. Throw it on there. You will absolutely see the difference. If you're free to play, really good luck with this. I think that is going to be, again, one of the bigger challenges. If you're not free to play and you're trying to understand how to use your coins wisely, I do think if you want to clear Port Lab successfully, you find a couple of those things. If you could get Action Hero and Agility, I don't think the other two perks matter. I really don't. I feel very strongly you can work through this with these two solely and make an absolute ton of progress. In addition to that, you're going to be able to keep a lot of durability for your weapons. They're just going to be that much more effective, and that should help you to get more longevity out of going through and clearing. So shorter episode here today, shorter video. I know Port Lab, probably by the time you see this, is going to be over. I do apologize for that. I understand we do that on free to play just to kind of keep you up to date, and we record in advance in some things. This stuff we try to get a little bit more consistent, but we didn't pick this perk up until literally like the last clearance or the one before, and I wanted to jump in and showcase it for you while we tried to finish up moving our way towards level 50. So again, keep your eyes out. Wasteland Survival Guide we will be jumping into Port Lab. We'll be doing a deep dive on all of the different perks, how the system works, things that level up, the different weapons, all that kind of stuff. And then we have already beat and gone through taking care of all of the bosses. So if you are looking for that video, we have it. Check the playlist, or Last Day on Earth playlist. But other than that, we'll kind of talk through that. So hopefully you're having a great day. Thank you so much for spending a little bit of your time with me today and checking this video out, and flash some socials. Like, comment, subscribe. We're on the road to 10K subscribers, so hit that subscribe button for us. We would really appreciate it. Thanks, everybody. We've been continuing to grow. The support has been amazing. Thank you so much for all the comments, just the positivity down below, sharing additional tips and things that can help. It's always fun. Again, this is a single player game. if you're playing a single player character, obviously. And I think it's great that we can help each other to succeed. That is my whole goal with doing this, as well as providing some fun, interesting content, and maybe giving you a laugh or two as we die to the electricity beams on Port Lab. Carrion. So there's that. But with that, we'll close it out. Thank you so much. Check out some of the other content on the channel, and we'll be sure to catch you in the next one. Peace.